Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today I'm excited because crypto is going amazing again, and that is why I have one question for you all. Which crypto is your number one favorite one that you would hold till the freaking end? Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't actually have one crypto. I've been thinking about it for so long. I just cannot sell my crypto back. I just can't. I've tried, guys. I've tried, but I cannot get rid of crypto. I just want to have them, want to hold them because I know they will be so freaking valuable in the near future. Now, this article here talks about why Cardano is outperforming most major cryptos. Quote, this is from Benjamin Cohen. It is the normalized ROI, return on investment, of ADA and a lot of other crypto from March 13th, 2020, basically the biggest dip that we had. Now, arguably, this punishes the ones that didn't crash as hard, but it also highlights the ones that have given a higher ROI since the crash on the daily time frame. You can see that ADA has spent a decent amount of time in the lead, and it's a racehorse. It's one of the racehorses that we have for this cycle. It was in the first place here, July 2020. Let's quickly check it out. So July 2020, we have ADA being the light cyan, let's call it cyan color, straight, no little dots. It's basically this one right here. You can see it moving. Over in July, I guess it was kind of battling with VeChain here for the highest ROI, but somewhere throughout July, it did beat it, and I guess throughout June/May, it also did beat it. It was in first place here, July 2020, out of the coins that I've been tracking. It was first place here, February 2021. Let's quickly check that out as well. Yes, it was for a while. And during this dump, VeChain pumped a lot harder than ADA, has so far, than ADA. And ADA has so far, and ADA has therefore reclaimed the lead. Wait, let's go over that again. During this dump, VeChain, VET, dumped a lot harder than ADA has so far. And ADA has therefore reclaimed the lead. So VeChain just now, and actually in a couple of these dumps, actually did dump a lot further. And that's two perspectives that's important. One, because it dumped further, there's more of a return on it, of course, obviously. But also from the perspective of since it dumped more than ADA did, you know, the real return on ADA looks greater since it dumped a lot more just now. And ADA has right now taken the lead again, which is basically the best crypto out of all of these if we're just looking at the ROI, basically, which is interesting. Cohen is also closely watching ADA's recent performance amid the market-wide correction. The trader highlights that ADA must stay above key levels to keep his long-term uptrend intact, which is just really not true. It's something which some traders think it is and some traders don't. I personally am on the side that whatever level you're trying to pick for yourself, it doesn't matter for the trend. Bitcoin is going to decide that. Because I'm really convinced, regardless of what happens to the ADA price right now, if Bitcoin skyrockets and ADA is in that top list, ADA will skyrocket too. You can't tell me that if ADA falls now a little bit harder than all the other cryptos, but Bitcoin and all the others pump like crazy, that ADA is not going to follow. That's just stupid in my opinion. So if we're talking about that, we're talking about some specific moves in a run that's already bullish most likely, but always decided by Bitcoin. Now, ADA would have to actually drop another 30% or so to get back to the 20 weekly SMA. Now, if you're curious, the 20 weekly SMA now corresponds to $1.08, and the 21-week EMA, exponential moving average, corresponds to $1.12, so that would be the bull market support band. So from this specific case here, $1.08 to about $1.12 as a big boy support. Right now though, we are at $1.50 or so, and mostly because things are just looking good for ADA in terms of updates. People have just generally been excited about it. There's a lot happening to the project, as you can most likely see from the roadmap. They're just updating every single week with what they're doing, and there's a lot to come with this project, guys. There's a lot to come. It's going to be interesting to see the near future of ADA. It's also sometimes a little bit scary just to know how freaking much is happening. But I guess it's happening to a lot of different crypto. With ADA, you just see it from a different perspective. They just give you really in-depth and key updates to everything that's moving. And I love that about ADA. You guys know I've been a long-term supporter, and I will keep supporting it till the bitter freaking end. But let's move on. So Alex Cobb, which changed his name, I think, has changed your, or has put something on Twitter. He said, there's only 2.9 million Xrp wallets. Nearly 8 billion people on this earth. You are very early. And I've been thinking about that for so long. Because one thing which I know is not, something we can find out. And I've been thinking about that. You can never really know how many people hold a crypto. Because 2.9 million accounts says nothing. I mean, Alessandro here says, and I have like 5 wallets, many of us have, and some other guys, all the people idiots, calls all the people idiots. You know, I have a couple of wallets too with XRP, let's say about 10 or so. But I mean, a lot of you guys, actually the wallet you have is within another person's wallet. It's basically an account on somebody's wallet. If you have your money on Coinbase or Binance, pick something, it's all falling under one wallet. And that makes you think about something. That makes you think like, okay, so all those people over on Binance or something like that are all locked up into one wallet. So how many people are there then? Because this 2.9 million actually says nothing. You don't know how many people have how many accounts. It could be that the 2.9 million wallets here are actually owned by 1 million people, but it could also be 15 million. It is impossible, as far as I know, to tell how much people have it. And that's something I want to know from you guys about. Do you know any system or any way to figure it out? Then Jack the Rippler posted, boom, central banking 5/18/2021. XRP will be used as the bridge currency for CBDCs. The source is centralbanking.com. So not exactly sure how legitimate that is, but it sounds like a pretty legitimate website. And here you can see country A to country B, just again, the normal flow of things, so to speak. And at the bottom here, we can quickly see new forms of cross-border and cross-currency settlement, entry of new players and reaction of incumbents, fintech payment service providers reinventing remittance like TransferWise and Revolut, alternative connectivity services like Ripple Connect, response by Swift with GPI, use of crypto assets as a bridge currency, Ripple liquidity, alternatives based on DLT CLS net, settlement assets as proxy for CBDCs, that part doesn't matter too much, and could also be combined with CBDC, tiered CBDC. It's really, 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 really scary. The more you look into this, the more you just see things connecting to each other. It is really something. I'm not exactly sure what to say there. If any, is the private XRP not XRP? What is private XRP? There's no private XRP. There's no private XRP. But Views from the Moon says, this is it, bro, true value. We all know it in the end of things, right? Do we know that Ripple is working on CBDCs? Yes. Do we know they'll be expanding on that? Yes. Do we know it's a fact? Yes. Because even the freaking Bank of France has said it before. They are working on this. It is not a question of, it is confirmed. The only question is to what extent will we see the use, and to what extent will XRP go up from it? But the use is there. It's factual. Then Bitcoin creates a higher low after monumental correction. Yes, we got a first higher low a little bit earlier. Things are looking positive. I just told you guys, right? Things are kind of picking back up after basically retesting that little area. I guess it might have, oh, no, it actually hasn't here. It's a little bit confusing the way they wrote it down. It's actually a correction in the midst of the 0.5 and the 0.618 Fibonacci extension level, where 1 is most likely the level we hit back in March of 2020 at about 3750. I'm assuming so. However, again, it says 2709,000, and we didn't hit that just now, so that is not the actual case. Half of hedge funds are now investing in crypto, says PwC report. PwC and Elwood Asset Management have published their annual report on the global crypto hedge fund landscape, and here are its findings. Well, very easy. For purely crypto hedge funds, the report estimates that the total assets under management has increased globally from $2 billion in 2019 to nearly $3.8 billion in 2020. Most crypto hedge funds trade Bitcoin, 92%, followed by Ethereum, 67%, Litecoin, 34%, Chainlink, 30%, Polkadot, 28%, and Aava, 27%. Around 20% of the traditional hedge funds surveyed, which represents around $180 billion in assets under management, are currently investing in digital assets, and the average percentage of their total AUM is about 3%. According to the report, 86% of the traditional hedge funds that are already investing in crypto intend to invest more capital into digital assets by the end of 2021. Quote, this is the year for the first time we also covered the traditional hedge funds in the space, and what has really been remarkable is that according to this data, 46% of traditional hedge funds, representing about $180 billion in AUM, have either invested in crypto or very close to doing so, said Henry Arsalanian, PwC's global crypto leader, in an interview with Forecast.News. And that, I think, is definitely more than many people in the market expected to see. According to the report, 82% of those surveyed said regulatory uncertainty remains the greatest barrier for investing in crypto. Even those who already invest in digital assets cite it as a major challenge, about 50%. The lack of infrastructure or service provider availability also remains a barrier, with custody being the area most in need for improvement. So, I would say this is really huge again, mostly on Ripple's front since they are working on that. And again, Xrp could be the first properly regulated crypto. Then Vitalik discusses Elon Musk's problematic Dogecoin scalability claims. I actually have a video on this and the topic over on 5 Minute Crypto, my second channel. Go check it out. A link will be down below in the description for my second channel. I really recommend you guys to go check it because it's pretty funny. The debacle between Elon Musk and Vitalik right now. Is it important? No. Vitalik is also just pushing his luck. Maybe I'm not exactly sure why he breaks it all up. He's calling it basically a really stupid thing. Let's just kind of call it like that. Buterin begins the post by questioning how far one can push the scalability of blockchain before immediately tackling Elon Musk's tweet about upping Dogecoin network parameters. After pointing out to the complications of centralization and compromises of the technology, he said that there are more important subtle factors that influence scaling, which I've talked about a lot of times before, right? I mean, there's always this way off. If you're going to get more speed, scalability, all that type of stuff, you're going to get your centralization up. There's no other way around it. Of course, you have the layer 2 solutions, and Ethereum is going for some sharding, which is, for example, just taking things off the main chain. It still is a big concern. It still is, because Elon Musk didn't actually say anything about, for example, another new solution on top of Dogecoin to make it more scalable. He's really sounded like he's going to talk about some native functionality and some native upgrades. I really wonder how he's going to get that done, but Vitalik doesn't buy it. He doesn't buy it at all. And then users massively withdraw Bitcoin from exchanges while BTC deposits his 4-month low. To be honest, guys, I'm not exactly sure who is manipulating this market, but Bitcoin number of exchange deposits has just reached a 4-month low. Previous 4-month low was just significant, just a little bit higher, and was observed on the 23rd of May 2021. It's just been tumbling right now for a very good while since, I guess, the start of this year. Yeah, about the start of this year. Why? Well, most likely people just don't want to sell anymore at these points. And again, a couple of weeks ago, people were really excited to sell. Let's say about a week or two ago. Right now, though, nobody wants to because, well, prices are down like crazy. So people would rather hold and just keep it all the way through than sell at such a significant loss, or at least kind of a FOMO type of loss. Yeah. Guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today. Let me know if you enjoyed the ADA talk as well and the crypto talk, or what type of crypto you'd prefer to talk about next.